to use the computer. I even have a pocket today. Joe, we're about to start. So, we're about to start. Thanks. Our stay, but we're about to start. Okay. So, welcome everyone post snow Sunday. I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, I didn't realize you were leaving us so soon. Um, I am almost ready. We will do our usual I need a knife and a doll in that order. So, oh, I want this one. And doll. Okay, so I'm the one who's been away. I was out sick. I'm really happy to be back. I don't know if we're on actually, but welcome if it's your first time, and welcome if it's not your first time. And if it is, my name is Janice. This is the emotions class. And so the general structure is we start off with short Qigong form, and then I tap for everyone, and then everyone gets to make a request. Okay, your own special request. So I invite you to stand. We'll get right to it. Feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Everything in the Qigong form is rounded, so there are no sharp edges. The palms are rounded, they fall over the balls of the feet. And begin to just slow down the mind and focus on the breath. And as you settle into this position, allow yourself to extend out from your lower back, your lumbar, and the shoulders to drop. As they fall, your fingertips are over the balls of the feet. You're making connection. We're cultivating chi, connecting to the earth, connecting to the root. Our base. Your tongue should be on the upper palate, and you can breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth or the nose, your choice. And allow yourself to breathe really deeply so that you're touching your diaphragm and you're even extending out through the spine. And as the mind settles, and the breath becomes rhythmic, and you feel balanced between heels and toes of your feet. We turn the palms up and raise the arms slowly, extending in front to about shoulder height, turning the palms over, allowing them to fall slowly. And as you feel into this experience, this somatic experience, your body and your mind is really coming together, turning the palms over, allowing the arms to fall. You might be feeling heat or warmth at your palm. One more time as we cultivate raising the arms up, over, and fall. We're now going to take the right palm over the heart on the left and follow, we call it the brachial plexus or the ulnar medial nerves down the arm, across the palm, across your fingers. Take the left palm to the right. And again, we're opening up the brachial plexus and the three nerves that run down the arm. Ulnar, medial, radial. As we do this, we again return right palm to the left. The hand is a few inches off of the body, and as you feel in, the more experienced you are, you'll actually be able to trace the energy, to track it as it flows down the arm, across the palm to the fingertips. We'll do this one more time. Sometimes we get stuck in our thinking and our thoughts just churn and churn. And this is a good exercise to loosen the energy and pull that energy down. So we're working with P6, which is a power center in the palm. I'm going to go to the third eye, to the forehead, and make an elongated circle where the hands cross at the center. And as we track, again, a few inches off of the body, we're crossing the upper, middle, lower dantian. So we're supporting the flow of bioelectricity. We're supporting communication between emotional, physical, spiritual centers. And we allow the third eye to open, allow the hands to fall in a gentle V at the lower dantian, which is where in traditional Chinese medicine we store energy. This is for endurance. It's support for our digestive tract, our root center, and the enteric nerve, our gut. So as we stand in a very balanced way with support to the root, we're kind of trusting our gut sense, our rootedness. That means the energy is moving. Good release. We allow the hands to fall, extending out, and we'll close 3 times, maybe bringing it just to the height of the eye. 1 and 2 and 3. And we seal the chi in. And I invite you to sit. Gareth, you look like you've done this before. Oh, okay. So Fideli is a very good instructor. You did very well. Okay. So I feel like it's been a few weeks. So let's bring everyone together, relaxed. GB 13, 14, BL1. Let's work on both sides. Opening C5, the long thoracic. Opening the facial artery, the occipital neuralgia, GV12, C7, C8, 9. So this is really these new points that Tom is finding that relate to the trapezius allow us to go even deeper, more deeply inside the brain. We'll open up the facial artery, the trigeminal, yin tang, tai yang, the SCM, and the trapezius. We're now focusing on those as key muscles, even as we bring the energy down. The sympathetic nerve, as we open the spinal artery, C1 through 7, T1 through 7, support to metabolism, liver 13, 14, CV642, CV17, CV32. So we're working immune, metabolism. We'll open triple warmer 16, 17. Back to cranial 8 and 9, the Yiming. GV 22, 23. Balance the hormones. Open amygdala, the insular cortex. We bring connection. Deepest, deepest part of the brain, sense of self-worth. To BL9 medulla. C1 through 7 again. 2 T5, 6. L1 through 5, S1 through 5. Want to calm the adrenals. L5, S1, 2. Again, the full spinal. Go to LI 17, 18, the vagus, the phrenic, accessory phrenic. ADH, antidiuretic hormone. So we're oxygenating the cells, we're hydrating the cells. The Yiming especially, very good for hydration. Opening the throat, thyroid. C6, 7, T1, support to bone. Absorption, we drop down to T8 through 12. BL54. Following stomach meridian down to stomach 36. Kidney 1, liver 3. Grounding, grounding. BL1, GV 22, 23. Let's work with the cortisol. We work with the serotonin. Excuse me. Stomach 11, 12. Middle trapezius. GB 25. And down. Okay. So stay with your experience. Kiki, what would you like?
I've been falling to anxiety when things are going rather well. I was at that power for a while, so it was kind of sleeping in the middle school. Everybody else with the Red Cross.
Oh dear.
So,
Are you back in a home now?
yeah. So it was, my hindbrain was going off when my life is fine right now. The film stuff's going forward and things are good. So.
But something like that, that taps into survival, you know, having your basic home safety disrupted, even though you had a safe place to go to, that can trigger. So let's try to rebalance, reset, right? So we'll send the energy in to the amygdala, calming down.
It's almost like I need to give myself permission to relax. I need to give myself.
So can you do that?
I intellectually can. It's okay as well. It's safe to relax.
But why don't you have the experience right now of just feeling safe and relaxing? And then I have a question. Everything's going so well with the film and your work. Is this new for you? Can that trigger? So that's a whole new experience. So, you know, sometimes excitement kind of feels like anxiety. Anxiety feels like excitement. They can get confused. But also, if it's a new experience, you know, maybe also give yourself permission to allow things to evolve as they have, right? I mean, you've been on this path, and so you're finding it's coming to fruition. So try to relax into that and accept it and thank the universe and appreciate all of your work as we work with the amygdala to the insular cortex and the hippocampus. So we're going to do a reset, right? So that you're feeling into this somatic experience now. You know this is a safe place. You know you have so much support here, right? And so allow your body to receive that. Take that in. And know that that's not the exception now, right? I mean, none of us wanted a blizzard in March, right? A little disruptive, but you know, we're all alive, we're here, and your life goes on, right? In a beautiful way. You're doing so much healing, and you're creating. So, allow your third eye, allow yourself to imagine what that looks like or feels like. Because you have many things that are taken care of now, right? You've done kind of the hard stuff. So, you get to glide a little bit, you know? You don't get too comfortable, too overconfident, but you just appreciate. So we open C5, we open the Yiming, the parotid gland, Yin Tang, Tai Yang, the insular, and allow yourself to just feel into your own experience now. The confidence that you have in your work, in your voice, in your script, in your singing voice, in your choices. And we're going to bring that energy down, especially opening GB19 and 17 for creativity, BL9. Let's work with the endorphins a little bit. And allow yourself to know that you're in a very safe, secure, solid place. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. As we open the heart center, the lumbar sacrum, support to the spine, support to the posture, to walking into this, walking toward it, and to allow for the success to come, allow for the manifestation to come. I think that's a better term. And grounding. Okay. Michelle. Beautiful. Really? Ooh. What's so tell me what the symptom is.
Just tingling in my toes.
So like a numbness or like they want to get moving? What
I think I need to get something moving, but I don't even know what it is.
So, from where I sit, I see a lot of movement. So let's open T7 and let's try to bring some connection to mind, heart, and body. I feel like you are moving, but somewhere a signal is stuck that all of you isn't receiving, isn't fully aware of all that you are doing, of all the new ways that you're putting yourself forward, showing up. Like you are so showing up. So we're going to open C5, the Yiming and the parotid gland, GB 13, 14. So let's calm things down and then let's bring connection. So you're going to go to the limbic brain, to the our ancient brain, connecting to the neocortex, prefrontal cortex, the executive brain. Because you also, you have a pragmatism, you have a way of seeing forward to get things done. And yet you also have this great imagination and creativity. So let's open the spinal artery, opening the neck, especially the trapezius, the middle trapezius, the SCM muscle. Whatever compression is there, we are cutting it away so that there is a free flow from all of your creative centers. We're bringing it down to CV4, CV6, to the gut, to the enteric nerve, connecting to the heart center. Opening lung 1, lung 2, stomach 11, 12. We're opening the full stomach meridian, bringing it down to stomach 36, very anchoring. Support and integration, digestion. And we connect again the trapezius to T7 and bring that right down into the foot. As we open the spine, your strength, you being erect as you carry forth your ideas, we open the full spinal, T7, the, well, I know what I mean. Anyway, the iliac arteries down, gallbladder to gallbladder 39. We open full spleen to spleen 4, CV17 to spleen 4, kidney 1, liver 3, spleen 4, the motor cortex, connecting motor sensory cortex. And again, let's come down the large intestine meridian, the vagus, and grounding. You are very red. How do your toes feel now? Richard.
In addition to the strengthening of the heart muscle, I also need some clear thinking.
For the golf course or in general?
Just in general.
Okay. So BL9, let's work with this heart, the heart center, the parotid gland, the upper trapezius, the middle trapezius, C5, BL9, BL9, to GV22, 23, to T5, T6. We open the full C1 through 7. Again, the long thoracic, the SCM muscle. Allow the compression to leave, the relaxation, dropping the shoulders, opening deltoid, scalene. Any kind of compression. Go to GV12, the phrenic, accessory phrenic, the vagus, LI17, 18. Opening the throat chakra. Feel that for you, C5, 6, 7. Allow that voice to really come through. Beyond the jokes. Cranial 8, cranial 7, although we love your jokes. We do. Taiyang yin tang. We're opening the prefrontal cortex, GB13, 14, both sides. BL1, the executive brain. Connecting to the limbic brain, the reptilian. Vertebral artery, carotid, external, internal. To the circle of Willis. the hypothalamus, the parotid, again, parotid and the yiming for clearing of the brain. Increased clarity, GB19, bringing it down, full spinal artery, the autonomic nervous system, opening lung 1, lung 2, SEM, the vagus coming down. And let's bring it down the spleen meridian to spleen 9, spleen 6, spleen 4, to the triple gate, liver, spleen, stomach, support to the heart, CV 17, stomach 21, stomach 25, and grounding. You're also very red. Gareth, what would you like? So rumination. So well, there are two ways to approach this. One is to for you to think concretely about what might lessen the stress at work. Is there anything you have control over? And the second, and as you think about that, right, and know that it's not a life or death situation, that you know who you are and what you are able to bring, as we open the BL1 to support that and calm down the amygdala and move to the insular cortex, seat of self-worth, and we bring that down to ground you, really ground you in that knowledge of self and who you are, so that you're back in your own world with your own standards and your own sense of gratitude and appreciation for who you are. You know you're a wonderful mother, you know you have a wonderful partner. There are many wonderful things. So you have all of this wonderfulness. Why should that change as you enter work? Right? Because you're still you. And then the rumination is a different kind of problem. And that's about neural networks and how they connect. So with Tongren, we can send in energy and we can work to heighten your awareness, your powers of observation, so that you can catch yourself, right? As you start to go into that, right? As you catch yourself and say, well, that's just one part of me that's going over the same thing. How do I want to spend this time? What will be a useful way either for me to think about it or something useful for me to do? Because then they're claiming even more of your time and more of your life. And you want to stay with your sense of self, your selfhood. And that's what in this class we're able to strengthen, right? And discover, because, you know, living life, it's this process of discovering who we are and moving to take risks and chances and saying, who's going to be in charge here, right? And how do you get your highest self to be in charge so that you're really living the life that you want and spending the time the way you choose to, that bring fulfillment and happiness. So we're going to try to interrupt the neural networks to reset. The brain has neuroplasticity. It changes all the time. It's such a great resource that we have. And when you start to ruminate, maybe for the first time, you should just throw yourself into some activity that you love. Just do something different and have a really good time and say, wow, I'm going to do that again. But it's a practice, right? Because we fall into habits. But that kind of habituation, we can change, we can interrupt, we can reset. So we work with the hippocampus, the amygdala, the insular cortex. Yi Ming, the parotid gland, 11. Open cranial 11. 2, LI 17, 18, lung 1, lung 2. Coming down the vagus. Spleen. Spleen, very nurturing meridian. Spleen 4. CV17 to spleen 4. We also work with GV24. Calming down the trauma, clearing out the trauma, balance hormone BL9, C1 through 7, the full spinal bladder meridian, fear, really letting go of the fear and grounding. It's okay to try something different, even the smallest step. Angelo, amigo. But of course. Okay. GB 13, 14. Focus. But I think also Yi Ming in the parotid gland. SEM. So we're going to bring together some new connections as we open C5, the vertebral to the carotid artery. As we really open the flow of energy, blood, nutrients to the brain. And we open BL1, allowing the mind to open, to fully envelop all of the things that you've wanted to do now that you're retired. You had big plans. So we're going to work with the executive brain. And we work with GB19 and BL1. I want you to hold those all together. And we're going to work for balance. That there's balance for you taking care of yourself, you taking care of your family, you taking care of your mom, all of it. In a way that as we open the limbic, connecting to the neocortex, the prefrontal cortex, Taiyang Yin Tang, hippocampus. We work with the neuroplasticity, and we also work with priorities, and that's the heart. Opening T5, T6, C7, C6, 7, T1. Do some blood to T7. And then the full spinal. Really support to your carrying out. Your big ideas, your small ideas. C5. Both sides. Cranial 7. Cranial 11. Facial artery. We work with the endorphins, we work with the serotonin and the cortisol release. Balancing out stress, opening full spinal, and grounding kidney 1, liver 3. BL1 right down, rooted to manifest. Tiffany.
Well, I'm experiencing a lot of anxiety. I had an anxiety attack last night. I call it an anxiety attack. I'm going through a lot of change, positive change, but it's also, I'm experiencing a lot of fear. All that I seemingly lost, having to do with my family, having to do with laughing loss, it's all coming together. But I'm replacing that with better food and order and patience and love and faith in my life.
So I think the fear behind the fear is grief. And I know you've been crying and you've had release, but sometimes we are overcome with fear when there's grief to express and we're almost afraid to express it or feel it. And so we want to support you in this process. You're like the butterfly, you know, the cocoon becoming the butterfly. And when when a butterfly emerges, they've gone through, even their brain changes. It's a whole change, right? And so we're going to support this natural process and support you pacing, balancing, which is different from braking, putting the brakes on, right? And sending support for you to have patience for yourself in this process and compassion. And I applaud you for how honest you've been with your siblings. And, you know, you're leaving a family home and you're going to be making a new one. And so you're uprooting, right? And as you uproot, I think you're choosing to let go of some masks. There you go. Just let it come, right? It doesn't mean you lose the lessons, you lose the love. But we do lose often the people, the physical people. We can lose the physical space. But it's just the physical space. Those lessons, your name, who you are, resides within you in that great big heart. But it's a big shift. It's very big. And sometimes, you know, we find ways to put some things off and then it all comes together. But I think your authentic self really is coming forward and she's beautiful and we want to support that. Support her. You can be fabulous, but you don't have to be fabulous all the time. Nobody is, right? So as we come down GB 1314, calming down the amygdala and allowing the emotion center of the brain to be open to these different feelings that are coming up, and allow yourself to feel the grief and the sadness. Let the shifts happen. Accept the help. Be there for your daughter. You're doing it. That's what's really amazing. So we open CV17, CV642, bringing that energy down. The stomach meridian for grounding and support to your digestion also. So you be careful with that. I think that's your vulnerability. And we ground at kidney 1, liver 3. Well, what can I say? One day I'll end at 4:30. I promise. So I invite everyone just to move into Wu Chi, either sitting or standing. It was a really beautiful class. I feel like everyone's like really changing in positive ways, like really positive ways. Got a few comets in the group. And just settling in, feeling what's different in the body. I feel grateful to everyone who's here. We really co-create the class, and you bring so much light and wisdom and sharing. And of course, we're grateful to Tom and Tongren as we close. Thank you, everyone, and thank you online. I hope you could see the class. I don't know what happened. If not, I hope you heard it. And thank you for coming. Yeah. Tiffany, so great to have you back. And Angelo, I don't want to... why don't you meet me in Italy?
I wish.
Could
about basic categories. The basic categories is what you do. And back then it was verbal energy.
Elton is a free machine to get for one person sleep. They say the people have all the things we can say, good job, I don't know. Everybody do different ways.
Yes, but and families having issues and friends having
Yeah. Oh, different problem is that it's a lot of machine. Walk. Right? Yeah, rifle machine is different disease, different people.
So much.
Right.
Emotion. That emotion.
Their machine don't work.
He always would stand.
Because they don't know where they're
No,
going.
but he goes back to past the
Their machine is $700, $7,000. Because their machine is almost 100 years.
But he doesn't.
Very old.
His daughter, Ellie Rooney. Rooney. Remember Rooney?
But he is. He does that too. You know, when you were a child.
He had those eyebrows.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, he was something, yeah.
no, they
Always finish.
and
Yeah, with the.
I truly
yeah.
believe that
Yeah, it was, yeah.
our emotions affect our hormones.
Yeah, she doesn't quite have his.
No.
I have a lot of
She does
liver problems, but I have a lot of anger issues from when I was growing up. And fear, and stress is hard, and worry, and stomach.
Oh, wow.
You just have an ulcer.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's good. And then
Oh, yeah.
when I got really angry at the
No,
doctor
they
in
don't.
July,
She probably feels like she can carry on.
they did a blood test right after. I had tons of blood work.
Yeah.
And my alpha protein, which is the hormone that controls
Well, that was
liver.
a compliment.
I know why it's
Just in case.
but it makes sense to me, and that's why when I'm doing a call or a class that said to work on the emotions part of it too, I have learned just kind of, if I can't change it, I can't fix it. But I'm a what? Poor kids. Husband on the road all the time. Just wants to So I'm learning to let go. And I see my daughter-in-law with the baby who's sick. And it's true. Anybody who understands her, I can understand her because these are your children. Promise God when you're born, you're going to protect them with your life. And then you make yourself crazy. I made myself crazy. So now I can come back and be man and let them be crazy. And it's a lot more fun. Yeah, it is a lot more fun. But, you know, I understand the hormones because she's postpartum and she's going through grief because the baby's unhealthy, and it's just what's oh, totally. You know, the baby's perfect, so she doesn't do anything wrong. And it actually was Michael's chromosome that contributed, which is a better contributor. It's the 15th chromosome, and hers doubled. The female can double. That means I have children that you have more children. It's still happening to them. So because it was just missing, and Michael, but they did. They're both children.
I don't want to burden you.
They wanted children, but it wasn't. But who better to give her mom than a woman who's so OCD that she's very strict with the little boy on his food.
And you know,
He has to have his bath at 6,
May is the best.
30, and sleeps 12 hours. You know, once she gets
Really,
really
I wish I didn't have the graduation. That's what's really
Yeah.
I'm going to say this is from Birmingham.
Yes.
Thank you, Tom.
seriously, and
Yeah.
you know, my son, and I'm
I hope your
really,
friend may come
I
today.
used to go to church because I
But they really enjoy it. The couple is a friend. Oh, on Monday. Nice people. They still in the house.
They what?
She's still in the house.
I didn't like it.
Real estate.
Oh, she's in real estate.
I just
They
didn't
live on
like
Beacon
it.
Hill.
Yeah, I know.
Very,
We got
very
married in
nice
the
person.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about, yeah, but that's it, yeah. Since I got sick this year, I've become more spiritual and let things go a lot.
Do you see them? Letting see
There's a singer, his name is Matthew. One of the songs, she's a real bully. Don't hide you know, just some of his songs are so good about really messages. Get over a lot of this stuff. Like when I was diagnosed with this,
You look better. Yeah, you look like you're exhausted. Good, how are you?
when I was diagnosed,
What's your hobby? Acupuncture or down? Sometimes the tears as well.
my kids are good.
How are you?
But I realized, I promised
How you doing? Not too bad. Yeah, but you need to check on the right side. Lift the right side. The help?
Are you sitting? Maybe sitting first. Sit by yourself.
So I really only
Grab a towel. Huh? Someone could have told. You want to grab a towel? Okay.
I've been doing it 30 years, so a lot of people know years.
He's just so off the wall. I'm sorry.
Oh, 2 more minutes. Where's everybody?
Tell him look at this. That people don't like the way you live in the backyard. So it's okay.
The snow. Wow.
I'm gonna see her next.
In my yard, it's a lot of snow, but I didn't go going out. Wow.
It's crazy snow. And this was
I didn't go
when we
out.
opened up our front
Yes.
door. This was before. Now it's on the back. Yeah. We're 2 feet. We had up to here.
Yes. I didn't check it because I didn't go out. I didn't go
And I'm very glad.
Really? You got so red. I'm saying they are the power couple here. Me and Michelle, honest to God, you guys are going to change the world. I did think so. That's where it starts. Changing yourself is changing the world.
Oh, I don't know.
Wow, you look incredible. Okay, this Rose.
That was last night.
I don't even have time to fix my hair.
Oh, wow, time's up. Oh, okay, 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right, guys, so back to the class. Sunshine is here. So there, Joe have some idea. Then we put the dough under the sun. Then you can entangle the vitamin D. So you don't need to put the pill, right? Good idea, you know, like you, put it the dough. They can guarantee they can make the electricity also.
For sure. What's this? Achilles came up with a name. It's called the Florida State.
No, this is the Massachusetts state.
Well, I have an even better idea.
So I think,
to do that.
Yeah, we can put it just entangle, right? Maybe I go home and we put the machine here, entangle,
And put it on the roof.
Yeah.
In
put it
Florida.
on the roof. Yeah. You never know, Or we can put it outside the yard, put the machine here, entangle, right?
It'll take about 6 months.
Hey, you never know, Why not? We do a lot of entanglement also, and also yesterday at home is doing more writing, and now it's writing about the SCM. So last week we are doing the trapezius, but on the trapezius we found many people have the Lyme disease, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, migraine headache. They all have that. They call it the occipital neurology. So that is it. So if you open it, then the kind of vein will be gone. So that is our new study. So before you go, then I mail to Italy. So they have more news from Italy also. So, right?
Yes, this Saturday there's going to be a symposium about the mind, and different people will present different idea about how to work the mind, and our Dr. Senderini will present a specific frequency that will be used to change, to help the patient with the problem with the mind and to get better.
So I hope you tell them put the dough in Florence.
Yes, I just found out about it.
Entangle the vitamin D into the body. All right, how you doing?
It's always exciting to hear these ideas.
I think the new writing is really important. The new writing is about the trapezius. So how important the trapezius for healing our body? So the trapezius, number one is that on the occipital nerve. So they have all different kinds of nerve under there also. So the West only looking the muscle. We are looking the muscle under is the nerve. Where is our brown fat? Most of the brown fat is on the trapezius also. So the brown fat can make the people gain the weight, can make the people lose weight. Today, Alison come back. Her appetite is good, and she gained 3 pounds. Because you say every day now she begin to chop on the trapezius area on the C1. So, but
She has a good appetite now.
Yes. So and tomorrow I go to do the billboard. To make the billboard, some people require no eat. Some people require eat more.
We can do that now.
I was going to say.
Why are we doing this tomorrow?
I think one is we are going to put it. You know the Angel Island. You not really know the Angel Island. Put this door to Angel Island, so you may be lost way. Angel Island is the jail, usually. Put the door into the jail. No food, right?
Bread and water diet.
Right? When you have no food there, you say, okay, tango, I'm not eating. No better than lock you on the jail, right? Lock the door on the jail. No food is there.
If I lose weight, I'd go to jail. Yeah. It's okay. I would do it.
How you feel?
Not for anything specific, but my hands are tingling.
Yes, now I can see the face. So you have the hypnosis classes here also. All right, sir, how you doing?
Doing better than Monday.
Still good. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. No special complaining.
Most
Memory. How about memory? Go first. You have so
my
much.
memory is good.
Right away, right?
My memory and my appetite is absolutely
All
fabulous.
right. So then you working on your
It's just that the
arthritis.
body is broken down.
Yes, so fix the body. You're doing good. How you doing, sir?
Good.
You good?
Still good.
So then you working on you again. So T7 lumbar.
And I feel tired all the time.
So I think you need to check. When you go to check your, this is not a haircut. All right, you don't mind here. It's called the trapezius. Yeah,
Yeah,
you feel it.
yeah.
You have both sides trapezius. So after them, you ask some people to open it for you. Here, right?
Yeah.
So let you open the trapezius. There's a news. When the people getting old, like Tom Tam, then the nerve on the leg is degenerate. To use as a new study.
You see, he's looking at me when he's talking about
Yes, degenerate. So I just go to, so that's but the thing is, another hand is, they can regenerate, and the new one is keep growing. But so they are saying, the degenerates and the regenerates, which one is more fast? So if the degenerates is more fast, so then the people can walk or not walk, or their energy or no energy. So now they try to research how can they build back the nerve. So usually the old way we are doing is on the T7 for the leg. Now I think we are going up to the C1 trapezius because there is a motor nerve going down for the movement. So maybe open this area, make your leg strong again.
Plus more cognac.
When the cognac, when the people not run.
If it would happen by taking a gallon of cognac a day, I will take it.
I tried, it did not work. So then you open the trapezius for everyone, see what happens. look in the face. You are never ever so red. Can
Wow.
you see? You are never. Can you tell him?
What?
Never seen you look so young and so red.
Can you see?
Sexy, it's sexy.
And sexy.
The numbers don't add up.
Number going down, right? See, when you open it to pieces, you can see the big difference on the face.
Yeah.
Well, I feel warm all over.
Yeah, you are hot stuff. Yeah.
Are you
I
embarrassed?
used to be.
He's going to make you continue. All right, Carol. Have anyone checked for you yet?
Yeah,
But you feel it, right?
yeah, I feel like you have the
Yes.
pimple there.
So you're doing good. So we open the C1T7 and lumbar. Interesting.
Do it to me again.
He wants his mojo back.
How you feel? Warm. See the hand. So open it the CV4, CV6. Yeah. So you're doing good. So you cut down 70 to 80% of medication. So it's a big deal. Because then IV, and then the funny thing is, yesterday I just checked it, the people have the SCM injury. So what kind of syndrome when the SCM injury? A lot of the syndrome, but all the kind of syndrome is a nerve problem. So we are going to open the whole area also. All right.
Stamina, energy, too.
No energy. If you not open the blockers, we cannot give you the energy. You have the energy, but the blockers make you no energy. So a lot of people, you give me the energy, no, only open the blockers. CV4, CV6 also. How you feel? Warm? Now you can see the palm. All right, sir, how you doing?
Pretty good. I still need to strengthen the heart muscle.
The heart?
The heart muscle.
Yes.
And
The heart muscle.
couple of months I got a doctor's appointment and I hope to see that my blood flow is increased and that.
And no arrhythmia. Yeah.
Yeah. No
Yep.
arrhythmia.
Open the Vegas. Hey, spring coming. It's the time for golf. Yes. We pay more attention on the golf. Focus. You never know.
Never know.
Then they have one more thing. Why the people cannot concentration? One of them is the SCM injury also. Yeah. So the kind of injury, they have a fast one, they have a slow one. So the car accident, whiplash is a fast. So your attention build up, you are wrong person, there's a slow one. So a lot of time we cannot focus or concentration. It is from the SCM So that is on the internet also. How you feel? Warm? Open the heart. CV17.
Very receptive.
Yeah. All right. How you doing? You ready already?
I know. Sorry, Janice.
Yes. So we open the eye.
Yes,
And another thing, the eye may cause it from the trapezius or the SCM, either one. But there is no doubt on the Z-main, and they go to Z-main and to be warmer 17 also, because Z-main and pass the TW17 to the eye, but it's the same nerve. Now you feel warm. All right, not too bad.
No,
Let's
platelets and
press
iron and
iron,
get
yeah.
those lymphocytes down. Thank you.
T1, yeah, open the both sides, the SCM also. So usually we talking about the blockers on the SCM, and the trapezius is on the skull connect, the head area. So on that area is the most easily the people have a blockage from the injury or from the overuse. How you feel?
Warming and tingling.
All right, sir.
Thank you. He's digestion problems and lower back. From
All right. Snow. Open the snow pond. T7 lumber. Yesterday the whole day I didn't go now. Just keep writing. So yesterday his phone is Steve Hawkins.
Yes.
So Steve Hawkins died on the 76th.
I heard a quote from him today where he said, you know, today people can't have a hard time wrapping their head around quantum entanglement, but our children's children, it's going to make perfect sense. Quantum
Of
physics.
course, no, not true. Here make perfect sense also.
That's true.
Yes, so then they say why Steve Hawking cannot get the Nobel Prize.
That's right. He never did he?
No. Why?
Too radical?
No, because he do not have that they call the evidence.
Oh, right. I heard that he said he didn't mind. It was because he's.
I don't mind either because you're a pioneer. How can you get the evidence?
Right.
You know, evidence only for the follower, not for the pioneer.
It's true.
Right? So all the skeptics, well, how can you prove your black hole theory? Well, I buy his book, it's 20 years ago, The Brief History of Time in Chinese.
I think he said it sold 10 million copies.
All right, so how you doing?
My tennis elbow is 60% better.
So this means then hit the hard enough.
I need to have it done completely because I need to do painting for my house next weekend. So get it done.
You can hire them $5 an hour. Yeah, guarantee they're going to do it.
No, I have ulcerative proctitis.
I don't know.
Oh?
Yes, ulcerative proctitis.
Ulcerative proctitis.
Yes. All right, we're going to clean it out. Don't worry.
Yeah, using my
Yes. So there is a long thoracic, long thoracic nerve. So the girl you brought in 2 weeks ago, she is no more cane.
So she doesn't come.
No, come on Monday. She came on Monday.
Oh, she came on Monday.
Yeah, 2 days ago, still no cane.
It's great. That's
Then
great.
she tried to dance and leave. Oh my God, right? So she in the case, we opened the trapezius. She tried acupuncture, physical therapy, doctor, nobody know what is going on. Then I said trapezius. And after 7 o'clock, 2 hours, no more cane and job. Since then no more cane. Then she came out on Monday. Still no cane. Yeah, she do the Tai Chi on the day. Yeah. All right, sir.
Hi, Tom. The neuropathy is a little bit better this week.
I think we still need to focus on the trapezius also.
But my left eye, I'm starting to see double again.
Oh, wow.
So it's the muscle in this eye.
A lot of time, double vision is not the muscle. It is a visual cortex on the back, pick up the wrong signal. So a few years ago, we have one guy's name have a double vision. You remember who is it? Tom. His name is Tom. He usually sit on the back. He had double vision. Then no more. But she never come back anymore. So we just open the visual cortex. You remember Tom, the big guy?
I do.
Yes, so that is a few years ago. In fact, we do a few people double vision. So double vision, we working on the visual cortex, not the muscle. So alternate meals 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Then going down lumbar sacrum. How you feel? Warm, burning.
It's so red. Whoa.
So how you doing today?
Still need some healing. It's not.
Your injury, right? All right, long thoracic subclavian artery. This is stomach 11, stomach 12. And out one left side down. So what your doctor say?
Which doctor? What doctor?
My
We don't
doctor.
trust doctors
Yes.
anymore. What?
Nerve died.
No,
The nerve doesn't function.
we don't have any doctors that work. You work. You work. The doctor doesn't work. He's got terrible constipation, bloating, pressure, extreme pain. He's up like in the middle of the night and screaming in pain. And I'm like, I have to help him. He needs help. The colon is all blocked. The pelvic floor is frozen. And he has a very swollen anal area. It's ulcerated. He's in terrible pain. And also
But
the
not the
diabetes
leg.
has gotten much, I think it really is vagus nerve because the diabetes, the sugar control is crazy. It'll like go up 200 points and he hasn't eaten anything. Or I'll take insulin, I'll wait 4 hours and it hasn't gone down yet. It's the regulator is completely out of
All right.
Wow.
So let me open it the diabetes. But you are so as good today.
It's great, 109 this afternoon.
Well,
That's a
nice.
cool reading. That's a good. We know that's a good reading.
I get them
There's
at
not a good
150.
reason. There's all our M&M gone.
Oh, the M&M. Oh, it's the good chocolate. You're eating the
Good chocolate.
What's his reading?
the good chocolate. One
All right.
good sugar reading.
So let me focus on the sugar again and whatever. So stomach 21, spleen 21, T7, A9, both sides.
This has been going on for 4 years.
4 years.
Gets
You need
worse
to
and
check on the back also.
There was a little explode.
No, it's
Only
fine.
2 nerves. One is sympathetic, one is parasympathetic.
All his nerves are fine.
Nerve died.
His memory is dying too. We think it's the nerves. Like, there's something with the nerve. I don't know.
It's not too bad. In the doctor remember
Oh,
the
the
nerve.
doctor, keep away from anyone with an MD after the name.
No, the doctor never remember the nerve either, not his memory. You ask which doctor remember the nerve. I asked the doctor, you remember the what nerve?
Vagus nerve.
No, long thoracic nerve.
Thoracic. What is that
Long
control?
thoracic nerve.
I don't know. I asked 100 doctor, only one doctor remember.
Tired of.
Huh?
Thoracic nerve.
Long thoracic nerve. Only one doctor. So what do you think? So don't surprise. But at least he said, I know there's a nerve problem.
Yeah, cosmic.
Nerve problem. Yeah, he was hit with something. It might have. We were in a town, city with a military installation. You don't know what they stored there. He was hit like overnight. He was ruined.
Ruined by him.
So you're a dreamer. How you feel? You're burning so
Yeah,
much.
nice and red.
So much.
The dreamer is a major dreamer.
All right, how you doing?
A little better. I'm working on the bladder.
Bladder,
Yes.
open the
Oh,
vagus.
Interstitial cystitis.
Vagus
It's
and
curable. I'm curable.
lumbar sacrum. So how you doing today?
I'm doing good, and it's the same, I don't know whether it's a nerve or what, but it's
Yes.
all
This is
down,
SCM both
shoulder
side.
into the
They call
thumb.
the brachial plexus. On the thumb is a brachial plexus. Then we call the radial nerve.
And also, if you could tap for a concussion for my son.
Oh.
He got hit by a car.
Oh yeah. So
I mean, not really bad. He
this
got
morning,
grazed.
I just right after the car accident, the web rest may be coming 1 week later or may be coming few months later. So the injury is on the GP12 area. Yeah, so all in the email, either one. So, but they never check the area for the people also.
see if they'll come to you.
Your son Sam?
What?
Sam, right? Sam? What's your name?
Oh, Christopher.
No, Christopher. Another one.
Yeah, Liam.
Liam, yeah.
Liam has diabetes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Taiwan, yeah. Yeah, you're pregnant already. So how you doing, Mark?
Didn't shaky today until I got here.
Yes, but you are burning again.
I can feel it.
Yes, all right. So let me open the trapezius. That is, trapezius is on the brain stem area because the basal ganglia is a part of the brain stem. So let me open the brain stem.
You are just so alive.
Not burning. All right, how you doing today?
Doing good, Tom.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Nope.
So we keep open,
yeah,
yes. LI 17, LI 18, stomach 36, P6, 7, 8, 9, 10, left side. Motor cortex, sensory cortex. How you feel? Warm. My palm is red. All right, how you doing?
Hi, Tom. I'm doing good. So my ankle, my left ankle, I have neuropathy and some swelling in the ankle.
Why they swollen?
I don't know. The doctor's trying to figure it out.
Oh, not the heart problem.
Did you have surgery on your
did.
ankle? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You've had
Still
trouble since then,
swelling,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are trapezius T7, then going down to the foot.
Is the trapezia the same side or the opposite side?
We usually on the same side, so different than the motor cortex, sensory cortex. So, but a lot of the time we can do both sides on the same area. So Alice only chop herself every day with the trapezius. Because she said her appetite, everything changed. Alright? That's what she said, and gained 3 pounds.
She has kidney stones. She
Oh.
wants to get rid of. Yeah.
Then going down outcon.
I had gallstones.
Yeah, gallstone.
No, he used to. No.
And the gallstone exploded and destroyed the pancreas.
Yes.
Pancreas.
Oh, pancreas.
So the gallstone was the first problem. It destroyed the pancreas. After it destroyed the pancreas, I ended up with ARDS.
Honey, that was years ago.
It's all tied together.
No,
Yes.
it's not.
It is tied
So this means that it's a T789. The gallstone come out, but the blockage is still there. That's what we believe.
What's still there?
Blockage.
Oh. Ah,
Prerogative vein.
that makes sense. I never heard that before.
Yeah.
That's Tongrenstation.
We're a massive block of
All right, how you doing today? How's the pain?
Well, that's getting better, but Joe just helped me a lot, but
Mhm.
it's still, what happened this week was, I just had to lift and lift and lift a lot. Not one big motion, but I was lifting someone's leg again and again. And I got some help at class Monday, but then Tuesday I was just taking off a shirt and I got upper back on the right, neck, upper back, lower back, and that kind of twingy thing where you know, it just shoots. So Joe got rid of 95% of it, but I could still use some help with this area.
All right, there's a
Right,
long
thank you.
thoracic and trapezius, the whole area with the scapula. The MT7A9 left side.
Joe worked on the trapezius, I could really feel it.
Yes. So you go home, cut your hair, keep it on the door, put it under the sun, see what happens, right? Entanglement.
Okay.
And then you get the vitamin D.
Maybe my hair will grow really long.
All right, how you
Tan.
doing? Digestion again. So open the vagus.
Entangled sun tanning.
That is your hair, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
I want to go to the angel jail.
You know, after the 100 years in the 20 years education, then the people more accept on the quantum theory. Like they accept the earth is turned. So the same meaning.
I want to hang out with
Yeah, CV17, CV13. All right, sir, how you doing?
Pretty good.
The kidney.
Yes.
So open the kidney again. Kidney is the water. Open the parotid gland, yin vein. You call Sandra Ryan.
Yeah.
So tell her Charlie
Sarkis.
died yesterday.
Charlie who?
Sarkis. From Abe and Louie's, Joe's Bar and Grill, all the Back Bay restaurant group. Wonderland.
Wonderland.
Yeah, he.
Wonderland, yeah,
Okay.
the dog trap.
Okay, she knew him?
No, she referred him to me 20-something years ago for the brain
25 years
cancer.
ago.
So yesterday he
Saved his
died.
life.
I don't know what he died on, the brain cancer or what, but
They said brain
yesterday.
cancer complications, but he had moved away to Florida, so.
Yeah.
His new wife.
Okay.
Because she referred,
Yeah, yeah.
she know Nancy.
No.
Yeah.
Then she took Charlie come to see me,
Okay.
25,
almost 25. I need to check the file. So the last 20-something years, he's no more brain cancer.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll let her know.
She refer
Yeah.
to me also.
Yeah.
He's 78 years old, died. Yeah. So, interesting. All right, how you doing?
So let's see, so I got a second opinion and their results came in on Friday. Basically what he said is that he would consider there to be cancer cells. So I basically booked a DNC for next week. I don't want surgery. So I told her that she's gonna have to get me more evidence. So that's what they're doing.
Cervical.
Cervical. All right. All right. Open the endocrine system first.
So just receive. Be a lazy bum.
Doctor is confused. No matter what you do, you're right. No matter what you do, you're wrong. The very interesting is our case on the cancer. The last long one is the brain cancer. So I just saw Carol Wavity's sister, Carol. Now it's 27 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, Susan, still alive. Mel, 27 years, still alive. Another one is Arthur. You remember Arthur? He's an Armenian, right?
Yeah. I haven't seen him in
He's
such
on
a
the YouTube.
Oh.
They're still alive. He's 17 years.
Wow.
And maybe Father McDonald at the same time.
Yeah.
And we keep counting. All of the kind of brain, they last long.
I'd like
very
to
soon.
see him again.
And each one the doctor says is no hope.
That's right.
Yeah. Arthur not come here maybe 5 years.
I remember he had a son.
He have a son. His son is a very
Because he was
small-
young when he had it. And so
Yes.
he saved him.
So they're all the true story. All right, how you doing?
Still work on my neck where I had the accident.
Yes.
And I have some headaches.
Yes.
I think that my hormones is all out of order.
Oh yes. So that is an injury on the GB12 and the trapezius. So two muscle injury on the web breast. Usually the web breast you can find on the GB12 or the C1, C2 area. What you have? Kidney?
Fluid.
Fluid. Why?
Fluid.
Okay, the fluid circulation on the fluid water. ADH.
Are you on medication?
For my kidney? Oh no. I had a kidney problem about 45 years ago and I came out beautiful. I just don't know. Maybe because of the hormones. I don't know anything is going on.
Okay, water is the thoracic brain also. So now you are back doing good?
Yes, we're doing good, yeah.
So see Dr. Lately?
No, that's the fifth cycle.
Oh, all right. So we are from the top to the bottom. GV20, GV19. Motor cutters, same 30 cutters.
What kind of doctor do you see, John?
Neurologist.
Neurologist?
Yes. So you see the girl do this, so we see coming with the cane.
Oh.
So they see all the neurologists, acupuncture, they say they don't work.
But they go so fast.
Yeah, they come here, bang the voodoo doll, then she said, I can run away. All right, how you doing?
Okay.
Yes.
Today I'm just feeling like some congestion in my forehead and my nose.
Forehead.
Block
All right.
my neck.
Open the SCM up both sides. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, both sides. All right, sir, we work on your hip again. Both sides, and what else?
Lump.
Lump. So the lump is along thoracic area and trapezius. Go to the scapula. Open the both sides scapula. The outcome, there's a hot one, long 2. Alright, how you doing?
Adjust system and the right shoulder.
Right shoulder, open the right shoulder, right side, long thoracic, and the subclavian artery. In fact, the subclavian artery is a vagus nerve, also under there, going down. So this is stomach 11, stomach 11, stomach 12. So digestion T6, 7, 8, 9, leg inside. Our Tongren training schedule, I put it on, that is on May. So May 5th and May 6th, we have a Tongren training program here also. So I think May, maybe in August, the next. Then until to November or December. All right, how you doing?
Osteoarthritis and
Arthritis.
and insomnia.
All right, arthritis. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Ouch on arm and leg. How you doing, Jim?
Thank you, Tom.
Gout.
Gout and
Doing
kidney.
better or something?
It's about the same.
Same.
Yeah.
All right. So we are open the metabolism. T7 lumbar. Lumbar sacrum, turn down. The motor cortex and sensory cortex. The foot is on the middle, closer to the middle, GV20, GV19. So how you doing there?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm doing great.
No news.
No news, no, for a few more weeks.
Few
But
more?
my rosacea's back though, so.
Okay, give me the rosacea. It's a medulla. Open the medulla. The medulla is the lung also. T1, 2, 3. Lung 1, lung 2. CV17, CV4. Do we miss anyone for today? All right, any story on the internet?
A couple things. A latecomer with facial neuralgia, and Suzanne is getting headaches when she focuses on things.
Uh-huh.
And we have people asking for things like depression, memory,
Yes.
tinnitus, anxiety,
Mhm.
prosperity, and high blood pressure, all of them.
Yeah. How many people still there? 39, only 40 people. But today early, we have about 30 people also. Yeah. All right, just relax and doing nothing. Alright, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you everyone. So good health to everyone, good healing, Please remember our donation box in the back. We rely on whatever you can give from your heart. Tom announced that the next seminar is in May, early May, May 5th and 6th. And I was really fortunate. Catherine came to the emotions class and offered a focusing exercise so that we would be exposed to her skills in hypnosis, and it was wonderful. So do you have a class coming?
I do. There's a Say Goodbye to Clutter hypnosis seminar next Tuesday night here, 6:30 to 8. No, you get to do it yourself.
I know. Do you do house calls?
And the bright green paper on the wall has my contact information. You need to pre-register for it. And a portion of all proceeds go right back to the center here.
And that's Yvonne at door number 1, pointing out the special prize. So there are practitioners here if you need some extra work after class. If you have any questions, please come on up and enjoy the sun and spring. So thank you, everyone. Right.
It's a miracle I have the class. Julie, come to injury. Is it injury or tendonitis? Broken.
And then the ball.
And I said, but temporary.
I want it to be like tomorrow.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, because Yin Yang House is a Yin Yang House. Yeah. So
Is that?
Chad used to
I'll say.
He's a good guy.
Change?
Yeah.